Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Friday, the weekend. Yes,
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Take out your titties. It's Friday.
That's right. Whatever you want to take out, take it out, baby.
Shake it if you got it.
Yeah. Thing I love about Friday is all the new music, good stuff to really get into. We played a good bit of it today. We had the new Ozzy Osbourne song that came out, and it's solid. If you like Ozzy, I think you'll be happy. And you'll be like, okay, that's right in the zone of what you would expect from Ozzy. It's good. Good Ozzy. You've got Eminem and Snoop Dogg from the D to the LBC. Got to hear a little bit more of it. We only played one verse. It just had Snoop on it. Didn't get to hear Eminem's.
Is it a whole album with them, too? Because that would be
I don't
awesome.
know. I don't know. They'd only talked about it being one single. So I don't know. But there's been talks about them putting together some kind of rap supergroup kind of thing that
If
I've heard.
they did, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I thought Snoop was part of that. I can't remember who all was involved. I thought it was Ice Cube. And so I don't know what the story was with that and getting that going. So that's some new stuff.
I would put Eminem in there. Yeah, you can throw an Ice Cube. You can put, I mean, there's so many more. I put someone from Bone up in that piece, a little Busy Bone or a Crazy Bone.
Okay.
Maybe Snow and Farm. No, I'm just kidding. Snow's not going to make it.
I think a lot of those guys are pals anyway, and I think that was the one thing that they had seen after doing the Super Bowl halftime show was,
Yes.
you know, you could have 50 Cent, who, you know, and hey, we're talking a lot of 50s hits now are about 20 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, about 20 years old when he was really crushing it.
Eminem made them add 50 to that bill. They weren't gonna, and he said he wouldn't perform unless they took 50.
He seems like he's a solid dude like that, standing up, and you know, it didn't detract from it.
No.
You know, I mean, good for him. But yeah,
That was the part I liked because it felt like there was surprises I didn't know about.
It
Yeah.
switched it up. Yeah.
if you had 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Snoop in there, if you had like those 4 or 5 guys that all seem to play nice together, they all kind of have collaborations, it just kind of works, it makes sense, that would be a massive tour. That would be amazing. And they could all just come out and you'd have Eminem songs, Dre's songs, Snoop songs, Ice Cube songs.
Does this work? Band called Ice Tray. Ice Cube, Ice Tea, Vanilla Ice. Ice Tray.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. It's clever as hell.
all
But
three.
then it fizzles. You love the name. You're like, oh, that's a great concept. I can see the artwork. And then after that, you're like, I don't know.
If they produced 2 songs together, if you got a really
Yeah.
good producer and you had those 3 artists together, guarantee you could make. I'm not saying it's going to be a hit because I don't think radio would play it because they're older, but I think it could be a fucking jam.
I actually think that Ice T and Vanilla Ice could do a song together and it would work. Because remember, Ice T did a lot of horror stuff. He did the Cop Killer song.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I remember when I first got into radio, I was working at the alternative station, and we played some of the harder Ice T stuff. He was doing kind of the rock, grunge, whatever the hell it was he was doing. And yeah, you could do that, and Vanilla Ice could do something along those lines too. It'd be still hip hop, but it'd be maybe a little edgier. I don't know if Ice Cube would fit into that. I think it'd just be like, he'd be like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
I don't know, man. Ice Tray. Think about it.
Yeah, but you could still do Ice Tray with 2. I just don't know that it would work with the 3. But I think this is, I mean, we're having real meetings here. Like, this could happen. This could take off.
I feel like we're in a music executive meeting right
Yeah.
now. Where the fuck is my suit? Where's my cocaine?
Suit! You gotta give Jason your outfit.
I'm sure somebody in this building has cocaine. It's radio.
If not in the building, in their car.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. On the property, Virginia. And no, y'all, I don't like cocaine.
I saw a funny picture of these two kids fishing, and they're both holding like a big thing of cocaine. And the lady was like, "Oh, look, my kids caught their first cocaine." It was like packages of coke.
They just fished it right out.
I guess. I mean, damn, kids.
Yeah, did it ever happen that way? You always hear about it washing ashore, but if you're out in a boat out in the water, just see some fucking cocaine boxes floating in the water.
I mean, that makes it even easier.
I would feel more comfortable grabbing it that way than if it was on shore, right?
Yeah. Because usually if you're fishing and you're way and out there, you look around, you don't see any boats.
Was that a kilo you showed? Would that be considered a kilo?
Those looked so big in that picture. It looked like, I don't know. I don't know what a kilo looks like. But
if you find 1 kilo and you were able to just sell it off, what could you get for that?
Yeah, what is that? Like when you see those bricks of cocaine, and I don't know, do they always have them in standard size? It would seem like it would make sense that they would.
Yeah, the one you showed me, they were both the same size, and they were bricks, and I'd imagine it was I guess it's a kilo?
I don't know. I mean, just eyeballing it, it looks like tens of thousands of dollars at least.
Sure, yeah.
If you're a weed person like me and a Sweet Denny's, you hear people talk about what they pay for cocaine and go, holy shit balls. Like, yeah, I paid $300 for this cocaine, and it's a fucking hair of cocaine.
Yeah, it's unreal.
$300 a week, and you have something to work with.
It's unreal, and I guess it's just, whatever the market will pay. I don't think it costs that. I mean, it seems like they can make endless amounts of cocaine. It's not like it's a rare mineral.
Yeah,
Crunch
I know.
all you want. We'll make more.
Yeah, but the markup on cocaine, I guess, is it. I guess that's why drug dealers who do cocaine or deal the cocaine make so much money, because it's nothing for them. Like, it's stuff you probably should be able to sell it for like nickel for a bag, but yeah, the way they mark it up.
And is cocaine like weed? If you're a weed smoker, there's certain different kind of strands, and they hit you a little bit differently, and they can make you feel a little bit differently. Yeah. Is there coke like that?
I don't think so, because I think it all comes from the standard plant. I don't think there's any variations based on where it is. I mean, there's climates where it can grow better. I think the only way that it changes is what you do post-production, because it seems like from all the coke shows that I've watched, it's pretty standard on how you get the cocaine.
It's a specific process.
Plant. Yeah, it's a process that doesn't really change. The only question then is how much the cocaine gets cut and with what. But I think pure cocaine is pure cocaine all the way around. It's not like marijuana where you manipulate it, or you got different strands or plants and you've done different things to the plants.
Do you think there's anybody out there that, so you get off work, you have maybe 2 drinks, and no one's really going to come down on you for that, and you're not hammered, you're just take off the edge.
Yeah.
Is there people that come home and just do a bump of cocaine and that's their drink? They just do a little bit.
Absolutely.
They do coke responsibly, if you can say.
Yes, I know them.
Yeah.
That's their drink. That's their. I'm not going to get all fucking crazy Scarface style, but a little toot.
Yeah, I don't know. And maybe it works with people differently. I mean, to me, I always thought like cocaine was something that would just maybe sober you up a little bit, kind of keep you going. But some people it's a regular Tuesday and I'm going to do some coke. And I don't know if it's necessarily for energy. Is it? Do you get buzzed from it?
I've heard you get a lot of energy from some cocaine.
Yeah, I know. No, the energy, no doubt. That I'm not.
And you get high from cocaine.
Yeah, I guess. So I watch a lot of it, but I don't know a ton about it.
Is there a soccer mom that's getting ready to go to the PTA meeting? She's like, all right, I'm going to do a little bit of coke, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that would make sense, because somebody who, look, I have this kind of thing where I'm always like, gosh, I need to dig down. I need a kick. I need to find some energy. I got to get going. And if cocaine were in my repertoire, I find other ways to do it, either mentally, psychologically, or an energy drink. But yeah, if you had cocaine, you'd be like a little bump, and it does. I mean, I remember, the times that I had ever had it, I would be kind of hammered. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting a little shit face, and then a little bit of coke, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to go the rest of the night. I'm back to square one.
Kevin on coke. I can only imagine the ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it made me amazing.
The 2 a.m. emails.
I think that's the thing, Kevin. I think coke makes everyone think they're amazing.
Sure, yeah. I really wish I could have seen what I was like. I'm sure it was a mess. I think that was in the era where I had frosted tips and everything. So yeah, it'd be going, dude.
That's pre-J Bird.
Yeah, I would have to pull that younger Kev and be like, dude, we got to talk.
First of all, let's talk about these tips.
We got to talk. Yeah, we got to talk about your hair, this fucking disco shirt. Like, what are you doing? You got some problems, young blood.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You never know what someone's into. You just never know. And people can hide stuff too. Some people are really good at it.
Sure, yeah. And I think coke's relatively easy to hide. I mean, some of the people I knew, they seem to love it in a different way than I had ever used it.
Well, when I was doing D.A.R.E as a kid, they made cocaine sound like it was holy shit. Fuck! Don't even look at. I mean, they scared you. Yeah. They try to scare you straight with it. No. They did a good job in the 80s with some kids. Yeah. Because I remember cocaine was.
But some kids were like, "Damn, that shit sounds dope."
Yeah, I know. I wondered that too. Did D.A.R.E?
Y'all just did a commercial for cocaine, and I'm buying.
D.A.R.E. would they come into school? And you're right. Sometimes you would get kids kind of ginned up, going, "Fuck, I want to try coke now."
Don't tell McGruff.
Yeah.
But I'm down with the cocaine.
I've heard kids say that before, going, never thought about drugs. And they brought this program D.A.R.E into school, and all of a sudden I was curious.
Yeah. What's this all about?
I'd never seen it before. I'd never heard about it. Nobody at school talked about it until McGruff.
Those fuckers made the kids draw it. Dude, you look at it and go, all right, now draw the cocaine. They really taught us about the drugs.
Yeah, they did. Today, though, the game is so different, man. The fentanyl has changed everything with it. And, I remember when I was a kid, there was a basketball player named Len Bias, and that was the big cautionary tale. He was a guy that was a big star in college basketball, and right before he got drafted, or I think he had just gotten drafted, he was like the overall #1 pick, something like that. And then he went out to celebrate and tried cocaine for the first time ever and OD'd. Like his heart exploded, dead, boom.
So he did so much of it, his heart couldn't handle it.
And that was the cautionary tale that freaked you out about cocaine. But the stories I hear now, and I talk to my kids about it, my daughter and her twin brother, they're 24, and I mean they both will do weed like crazy, but they're wisely, and I feel good about this, like they will not touch anything else. And I'm like, thank you, because from the pills to whatever, and there was a weeping dad on TV. His kid thought he was getting oxy, and instead he took a whole pill of fentanyl, dead.
Yeah, because they make the pills look like the real, it looks like an oxy.
Yeah.
And if you go look like on pill identifier and you put the markings in the computer and it comes back oxy, and the kid's like, all right, it's an oxy. They take it, and it's a fentanyl that's been made in somebody's house.
Yeah.
And they have imprinted it and made it look like from a pharmacy oxy.
Yeah.
That is some shady, crazy shit.
It just makes you want to grow and make your own drugs at home.
Well, to me, it's why, if anything else, at least with the weed, I'm not there with the cocaine and all that kind of stuff yet, have it where there is a standard, like the FDA.
Right.
That is going through, and that you're not getting anything that's jacked up or laced or anything along those lines. To do, because I would, like, if I would go back and rewind the clock, there's no way I would touch a cocaine or anything else like that today.
Yeah, but you're older too, you know what I mean?
But still, honestly, I think even young Kev then, if there was the stories of the fentanyl, I'd be like, you never know. I still had that level of paranoia. I mean, there weren't people that were dropping dead like that. I had one story of one guy that went too ham on cocaine and died, and if I ever had it, it was just a little, not much.
But it's one thing to say, oh, this guy went super hard, and maybe he had a heart defect that nobody knew about, and he dropped dead.
Yeah.
But now people are like opening up a little baggie and doing like a few little bumps out of it and dying because it's got fentanyl in it. And that was definitely not something you heard about even 5 years ago.
And the Wilton Manor story with the guys who were down from the Naval Academy, the person who saw his friend ODing, and he's like, I gotta give him CPR. Went over to give him CPR, and he OD'd, didn't even do any of it, just by doing the mouth-to-mouth. Got enough of that fentanyl, he OD'd.
That is messed up.
Well, you hear a story like that and you go, I'm not going to help anybody if they're choking.
It does
makes you think about that.
It's terrifying.
I think now, don't they have like mouth guards or something like that you basically need if you're doing CPR that covers that? And even then, I don't know how much that protects you.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but I mean, those kind of stories are terrifying.
Well, that story that sticks out to me of like that group of comedians, there was like 5 or 6 of them, and they were all doing a comedy show. And after the comedy show, they all went back to somebody's house to go party. And like, it was a girl and like 6 guys. 4 of the guys died. I think it was like crazy. They all just thought they were just doing some cocaine, and somebody had put a lot of fentanyl in it.
Crazy.
And 2 of them went to the hospital, I think, and recovered, but a few of them died.
Yeah.
Woohoo! The weekend. Let's party.
That is insane.
Well, it is. I mean, it's a different era. It's a cautionary tale. Yeah, KJ's like, you got to test your drugs. You got to have Narcan on you. You'd be like, no, I'm just going to stay away from that. Give me weed.
I'll just talk about weed.
Give me weed from a pharmacy. And
you can get those fentanyl strips.
Yeah.
And just don't be the first person to do a line out the bag.
WW, baby. Weed and whiskey. We're good.
That'd be it. That's why, I can guarantee you if I were a younger kid, even now, I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna mess with that stuff. Let me see. Got Jeremy had sent an email, his little Feel Good Friday shout out. He said, my awesome wife got us tickets to the Roma Drama, which is like a Hallmark Channel convention, so I can meet my childhood crush, Danica McKellar, at the West Palm Beach Convention Center on Saturday. She was Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's real. I went through the whole listing. I didn't recognize any of them but her. But, maybe if you're into all those things, that'll mean something to you.
Roma, as in like Roma Downey?
Romantic. I think it's romantic drama.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Roma drama.
Fuck. No, I'm good.
The Hallmark Channel?
Oh, the Hallmark Channel?
I think you'd rather get punched in the dick than watch that.
Shit that. I'd rather see my chance at some fentanyl.
Take my chance of that instead.
Hallmark's rough, man.
It
They will
is.
make you believe that every man is evil.
Well,
Well, not every man, Virginia.
the jury's still out on a lot of y'all.
Hallmark and TLC, they do not like men. Fuck.
Daryl was listening to the show Wednesday, and he said, I can't believe every one of you motherfuckers are pronouncing biopic like biopic. I'm dying over here. It's bi, sounds like the bi and bisexual, and then opic. Sounds like optic with the T. I hope this is just one of 1,000 emails and texts you get about this because you deserve the annoyance for this. This is actually the only...
It's not true. People say both words. They say both terms.
Yeah.
I've heard them say both terms
Yeah,
now.
Daryl, we actually had a conversation about this, and this is the only one that we got. And either one, I guess, is technically right. Biopic or biopic. I liked biopic because I think it's more of a direct description of what it is. It's a biography picture. And so that's why I like biopic better than biopic.
Whoever wrote that email is a bio dick.
Daryl.
Just kidding, Daryl. It's all jokes.
I don't know. I'm not kidding, Daryl.
Bio dick is
But
fun.
I'm aware if I would have gone biopic, I would have gotten some maybe a cab. It's biopic, so it's one of the, you can't win.
Kev, it's not Jason's stupid. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, I'm not going to go biopic and say them both. It's just I picked one or the other, and that's the way we
You're doing it all wrong.
go. Yeah,
You bio dick.
yeah.
Biopic is how it, according to Google, should be pronounced. But again, everybody's going to say it different, and I don't think it really matters.
And I guess
that
my
much.
next question is, who gives a flying fuck?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of it. And like I said, I settled on biopic because I think it's more of a representative of what it really is. Just my thought. We had a raise your hand poll today. Raise your hand if you ever got blacked out drunk within the last 6 months. 80% at the KVJ show done that, 4 out of 5.
The witch chalked me into that me being blacked out. I don't feel like I've been blacked out drunk in 6 months. She's saying that I have. I guess by me saying no, it sounds like I don't remember, so I guess it gives her credibility, but I really don't think I have.
Yeah, I haven't kept a schedule. I'm trying to do better. I mean, that's to me, if you just wake up and you're going, okay, what did I do last night? If you're a little bit fuzzy and you don't necessarily know the details, or somebody's like, remember when you said this? And you're like, nah, I don't remember.
I've been hammered, but to me, that's drunk, and then there's blackout.
Blacked out is just where you just don't remember what was going down. So if somebody is like, hey, do you remember meeting so-and-so? And you're like, no. Then that would be blacked out drunk.
Fuck, I can't remember, so I guess I have to take the loss on this one. All right, put me in.
Yeah. So that's where it is. So 80% of us. And I had a friend with benefits. 40% said yes. I think myself and Denny's. Yeah, when I was back in California, I had a friend that it was just kind of casual. Only twice though, but
yeah.
But we both were like, yeah, we had no interest in being in a relationship with each other. Given or received a lap dance, that's 80% of the show. I think Suits was the only one that hasn't.
Well, get that young buck in here now.
We should make him give and receive.
I've given plenty. I've gotten plenty.
He's got a girlfriend now, so I don't know where that sits on that. But hate to cause problems in his relationship.
I don't think his girlfriend's going to give a fuck if Lana throws some of her nice little goodies on
That's
top
what
of
we're
him.
talking.
Oh my gosh, I would actually enjoy watching Lana give Suits a lap
Well,
dance.
then maybe we should break in that virgin with his first ever lap dance. That could be a fun video.
Yeah, we can do that. And prepare to come, Suits. Prepare to come.
Okay, look out.
Lana don't stop lap dancing until we get. She's a workhorse.
And then she sops it up like a sponge.
Oh gosh, it's so true.
Raise your hand if you had sex in a swimming pool. Everybody on the KVJ show said yes on that.
Yeah, I think everybody probably tries that.
You do it once, you realize it's terrible, and then you don't do it again.
It's a different kind of wet.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
No.
It's not my favorite.
No. And then you think about, boy, if you're doing it, are other people doing it? Was this pool public or private?
Well, just have sex in your own personal pool. Oh, wait a minute. You're not allowed to get one. My bad.
I have a baby pool that Rocco uses.
That's hot. hey, babe, let's go fuck in the kids' pool. The plastic one, you know. Oh, my God.
In the yard.
That's fucking...
It's front yard.
You twisted.
And then we had ever slept with a coworker, 80% have. Yeah, mine was back in my Cali days.
I think every job, Kevin.
Yeah.
Other than my baseball gig, I think I've had some kind of romantic.
Yeah, not
When
in
you're
West Palm,
single,
though.
it's fun. Why not?
Yeah, I always believed if two people are consenting adults, I don't personally believe in you should know you can't date anybody at work. I don't fall under that guideline.
Well, look how many people meet
Of
at
course.
work and fall in love, and like it just happens. When you put people around other people, there's gonna be things that happen.
Remember though, about 3 years ago, nobody can work together and fuck. No. And everyone was, that's right, you cannot. That's right, you cannot do that.
Whatever. Every workplace does it.
Consenting when everyone's cool is what we're talking about.
Right. We're not talking about Matt Lauer.
No, not creepy bullshit. We obviously stand against that horse shit. But yeah, if you want to get it in and everyone's okay with that.
Adults, be adults.
Oh my gosh. And I by the way, I don't recommend it because it always fucking falls apart. At least don't date a salesperson.
Do it on your way out of that job.
Don't date a salesperson because then they will not want to sell for you when it does go terribly wrong.
Let me see a couple other emails. I got several emails on Jaybird's amazing insight when he was giving you advice about Rocco. Heather had sent this in.
We read some of those the other day, too, when you were out.
Uh-huh.
People loving Jaybird's advice.
He's good with that
Not
kind of
everybody,
stuff.
Virginia. Not everybody.
Well, what I thought was interesting, trained therapists who actually work in psychology wrote in and said, Jaybird's actually giving good perspective as a person with anxiety.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's clued in to how to deal with anxiety way better than somebody like me.
Who just gives you the anxiety.
I could probably use some anxiety.
No, you could not. I love her. She's so fucking cute, isn't she? I never had anxiety, Kev. Let me just remind you, when we got fired during Miami, I wouldn't call you cool as a cuke. You had a lot of anxiety. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember the meeting that we were supposed to have with the new boss, and she's like, "I've taken a lot of pills," and she's like drooling, and I'm like, "Oh, geez."
But Cass, she doesn't have anxiety.
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna lose this job before we get it.
You are certifiably out of your
It's
mind.
like, I don't know if you can meet with the new boss.
I don't normally have anxiety, but I had situational anxiety.
Anxiety
Because
is...
we were basically about to be jobless.
Dude, anxiety is anxiety. Whether it's situational or whether... Every human has anxiety. I know you think you're this fucking witch without an anxiety. You got anxiety.
I'm going to put a spell on you.
You again? Bring that shit on. I fucking want it. You don't scare me.
Heather had sent in this email. I heard Kevin describing his old man back pain and heartburn issues. Welcome to my world.
Damn.
Yeah, she's kind of going through stuff. And it's just crazy, man. That's the one thing I'll tell you as you get older. It's nuts. We went last Friday to get one of those boils that we love.
Oh,
and,
yeah, the seafood.
Yeah, no, they'll spice it up. They put some garlic in there. And so my wife is kind of just sopping up that garlic. I'm like, well, she's going to stink. I'm going to stink. So I had a little bit of that garlic, and I woke up like in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, my gosh. It felt like I had drank a cup of cement. And it was sitting in my chest.
Ooh.
And it is still, there's still parts of it with me. I'm talking about a whole freaking week, and it's not all the way there. And I got these, it's causing like weird burps. Like, and you're just like, what the hell is going on with me?
You might have burned through some kind of lining.
I don't
There
know.
are some meals that change as a person forever.
Well, I noticed with my father-in-law, he'll come around. He had a little case of that gout or whatever, and
boy.
it's always with him now. Oh, I can't eat that. I can't eat this, and he's 100% Mexican, and so some of the spicy stuff. I'm like, gosh, am I getting a crystal ball into my future? I mean, that would be devastating not to be able to do the Cholula and all the hot stuff. And
If you ever,
what the hell, man?
You ever eat something if you're maybe sitting watching TV? I have the recliner, so you're kind of down sometimes. And sometimes if you're eating and your body's kind of down like that, it can give you instant heartburn or just fucking whatever.
Nappy time eating sits different
It does.
in your chest, and you can choke yourself out.
Well, you're all tired. It's the end. You're eating. Oh, there's your sandwich. Oh, let's put something. You wake up 20 minutes later. Why do I feel like my heart's on fire?
I feel like the sandwich is now in my neck.
It doesn't digest. You have to get up immediately to walk around just so it works down a little bit.
Imagine that. You're supposed to move around after you eat so you can digest your food.
Oh, it's the worst thing you can do. Oh, like this 18-inch hoagie and fall right to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I know your body's always changing. I've had to adapt, but you probably got to start rethinking what I'm eating.
They say your cells change over every 7 to 10 years completely.
Yeah.
So you could just change everything about your stomach in 7 to 10 years.
It happened to my taste buds. I've told y'all I used to love ranch. I'd get down on ranch all the time, and now I am a picky bitch with my ranch. It grosses me out. Most of it I can't even eat.
Damn.
But I loved it. Now it repulses me.
You do talk major shit about the Hidden Valley.
Well, Hidden Valley, just as I know you're fucking setting me up, but I will rant. They're terrible. I hate Hidden Valley. I hate Wishbone, but that's all I got.
Okay. Virginia, you had mentioned a restaurant in Alton called Restaurang, or is what it said.
Yes. What is that?
Matthias said that it's Swedish, and that's, I guess, Swedish for restaurant. Restaurang. Yeah.
Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It tricked me. I didn't know what was going on.
It is kind of a weird word anyway. Restaurant.
It's
Restaurang.
that's the thing I love the most in the place, restaurants, and I still have to Google it at times. At one point I memorized it.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, there are so many words that we have. Like you would think restaurant, it would be RONT or ROHNT.
Yeah, when I got that lesson.
Why didn't we ever spell things phonetically?
I know.
The way things are spelled phonetically, shouldn't that be the way we spell every single word?
I annoyed my third grade teacher because the word gnat just did not make sense to me. Go, what the fuck? G?
You wanted to fight her.
G, why do they do G?
You do have a good, legit bitch. Be like, why would we ever do that? That doesn't make sense.
Well, gnat doesn't even make any. You're going to throw a G, call it silent, then it could have been any letter. You could have thrown a fucking Z there if you wanted to.
Yeah. I don't get that at all either. Does not make any sense to me.
Gnat's always. I've had a rough relationship with the word gnat.
It doesn't feel fair.
It doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Got an email from Elmer. My wife Alejandra is having a birthday. Says from Elmer and the fur baby Max. Love you so much. Big thank you to the KVJ show that gave me the opportunity to propose during the Great 48.
Aww.
Also, we feel privileged that we got to see Suit's secret girlfriend before Virginia down at the Miami Science Museum.
Oh, look
Much
at you.
love.
Wow. Y'all didn't take no picture and send it to me ahead of time. I had to wait months to finally meet her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. I think.
Well,
Yeah.
There's a reason why people wait.
we are doing the Lord's work.
The Sith Lord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Lord, I prefer, actually.
Dark Lord would be better for you.
Okay. Somebody said about that Swedish restaurant. It's called Waxen. A friend of mine owns it. It's amazing Swedish food, very expensive. And Saturday nights, it does turn into a straight nightclub. Oh, very cool.
Other than Swedish meatballs, what do we got for on a Swedish menu? What's some of the stuff that Swedish people love to eat? What's the culture of Swedish food?
I don't know. There is a place called Johan Joe's. They have a place downtown. They did have a place on North Lake, I think, that closed, and they had a little, and I think that was Swedish.
Because I know like Mexican's got a lot of rice, it's got a lot of cheese. What does Swedish
All right.
have?
It looks like it's got some Italian looking stuff. Antipasti, Italian soup, bruschetta,
That's
risotto parmigiano,
yeah. We said Swedish.
Waxen's restaurant and bar.
That all sounds Italian.
I know.
AF.
That's what I'm saying to you.
If you're talking about Swedish, I know you hear this all the time, but meatballs is one of the most traditional Swedish foods.
And I hear a key is Swedish meatballs are delicious.
I've
Is that
heard
just
that too,
hype?
yeah. No, I've heard that too. People go in there just for that. Things like shrimp sandwiches.
Ooh, that's just your game.
Oh, I
that you
would
will
love
get.
that.
Uh-huh. Something called a crumble is what it is. And it looks like fruit and berries that you cook and bake. They have something called a sweet roll.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
A falu sausage is also Swedish. And then they do pea soup and pancakes.
Give me your sweet rolls and that sausage. Very carnal.
A pickled herring.
I'd like to put my sausage by your rolls.
I mean,
And they have something called black pudding that looks gross.
you could take any food, kind of make it sexual.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Okay,
Let's taste your black pudding.
oh, now I'm a definitely nibble on Kevin's asparagus. Oh yeah. Virginia can come over there and play with your Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
I don't know. This place looks confusing because the menu looks Italian.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah, I don't see
it
a
says
lot- look-
Swedish, but then if it asks what kind of cuisine, American.
Yeah, looking at what is the most traditional Swedish dishes, yeah, it doesn't sound like that's it. I see something that looks like potatoes and some kind of meat with an egg right on top of it, almost like a skillet, if you see those in the... and they even do a crawfish, Virginia, in Sweden.
Oh, I would get down with that.
Oh yeah, Kevin, get that skillet smelling all kind of crawfishy. That's
He's not going to let it die. He wants
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah, I
sexualizing
know.
you in combo with the menu,
I'm glad you at least know what I'm doing.
even past the point.
All I'm doing is just waiting for Kevin to say any kind of word of food.
Let me see here. So I think that's pretty much all the emails that we got. Got a lot of people letting us know. Thank you for the update that the Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade. That'll be a fun thing that people will be fighting about this weekend. So I'll put out a warning. If you want to get in a massive fight or a bar brawl, why don't you bring up Roe versus Wade this weekend?
I'm gonna stay off social media.
Yeah, that's kind of your heads
Well,
up.
even if you don't comment on it, just reading fights, because sometimes it gets really good. You go, oh, I know that guy. He's fighting. Oh shit! Holy fuck! He's got. Oh man, and you're reading it, but then everyone starts to make me feel. It makes me
personal.
It makes me anxious. It puts me in a negative headspace. I don't like it.
It's going to be tough. That's kind of your warning. Well, they had a ruling on a gun thing yesterday that was getting people all twisted, and so this back to back, I don't even know. You know what? I'm going to stay in this weekend. That's kind of. I just scratched all the plans.
I'm going to hide.
I'm going to just hide, and that's probably going to be the best thing for this weekend.
I'm going to try to make some menu sex puns all week. That's all
You're going to put your sausage in some buns.
Yeah.
Let's get some buns.
Yeah, weekend plans just changed. That's it. Stay away from people. All right, y'all.
Stay away from people.
That's the message.
That's the message.
Happy weekend, everybody.
KVJ believes in solace.
Go run to your house and hide. It's the only safe place. All right, y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.